She hails from North Caldwell, New Jersey. She is the mafiosa, Valentina Rossi.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half of Shine 82. We are coming to you from the OCC Roadhouse in Clearwater, Florida. Little humid here today, about 81 degrees right now. Ron feels a hell of a lot hotter than that, but my turn to be Ron for a minute. You cannot deny this lady right here. You talk about hot stuff, man. Absolutely no question.
That big-time superstar. Just the second she walks into the room, you know that you have one of those special talents. Again, that I'm here to tell you, folks, you will be watching her on national television one day, but you're getting to see her early in her career here in Shine.
You turn your head when you see Valentina Rossi, that is for sure.
And her opponent, she hails from Ocean City, Maryland. She is the graduate of Parma, Kaia McKenna.
Another young lady that I would argue passes the airport test. I was walking around with Kaia McKenna a little bit in Las Vegas. We mentioned earlier, of course, the entire world of professional wrestling descending there. I had the pleasure of calling the two WWE ID events focused on their crowning of a future champion. And I'm telling you right now, Ron, everywhere I went, whether people knew professional wrestling or not, they all thought Kaia was somebody. They all interrupted us. They wanted pictures. We were at dinner. Small world. Small world. But we ended up meeting Donnie Dixon's, I guess, cousin, second cousin or something, who insisted on getting a picture with Kaia McKenna. True story. Nevertheless, getting things started here. We'll stop talking about star power. We'll start talking about who is going to win here at Shine 82.
Rossi's one of those ones, again, not just unbelievable looks and physical conditioning, but so athletic to a level that really unprecedented. It's hard to come by somebody that, again, I know the term total package has been thrown around wrestling forever, but case in point right here, this is the total package. And every time that I see her compete, I'm just impressed because the improvement level, it's just unprecedented. It's like I use the term rocket strap to someone's back. It applies.
Cannot deny that, but those noogies, for lack of a better term, are going to really tick off Valentina Rossi, who did, for the moment, escape, but then Kaia McKenna, Black and Brave trainee, by the way, shout out over there, now with a crucifix pin. Kaia's had some unique ideas of how to twist up Valentina Rossi, and the face of Rossi tells the story.
A very impressive on the mat. Experience level, you look at this again, just so fluid. Both of these competitors in and out of holds, and this is one of those ones that could end really quick because they have such a vast array of weapons that they can pull out at any time.
And as much as we talk about, as stated, the potential of a Valentina Rossi, do not underestimate Kaia McKenna. Both ladies about the same amount of time in the sport, a little over 3 years each. Both have made some waves, but this could be enough. Not quite. I think a lot of people also underestimate the size of Kaia McKenna, and I mean that in the most complimentary way. This young lady, she's got to be upwards of 5'10". Not that Valentina's short either, but the point is, Kaia is very muscular, got a lot of strength, knows how to use it as a weapon, and look at the face of Valentina, who caught Kaia, and this could be bad for Kaia, head first in the apron. Gosh.
Driving McKenna's face right into that apron, and again, Rossi finding a way to turn the tide here, and now look at the splitzer, Trevin, my God.
We've talked about it before. There is an ungodly flexibility to Valentina Rossi, and the pinfall doesn't keep McKenna down, but Valentina spent 20 years as a ballerina, and she started at 3 years old, because you can tell she's a young lady to begin with, right? Insane, the flexibility.
Well, the last thing I think of when I look at such a dangerous professional wrestler is ballerina. The crossover from that is really, really something else, showing that she could,
I got news. That's a nasty industry. Oh, a split again into the pinfall. Leg is hooked. Definitely a nasty industry. Everything from the competitiveness, the backstabbing, the training required, but mistake made by Rossi, who's rolled up. A 2 count only. Honestly, there's a reason Valentina has this bad attitude. And it's not just because she's, Italian from North Jersey. It's probably hanging out with ballerinas.
Yeah, I understand too, and it's one of those things again where you watch Valentina Rossi and you get the feeling after looking at the resume and watching her in the ring, she's a type that no matter what she sets her mind to do, she does it at a high level.
Oh, double chop from the strong Kaia McKenna. I'll tell you right now, competitive martial artist in karate as well as Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Of course, she is a nice witch, as she puts it, but breaking the back. I guess I don't need to tell you this, but Valentina Rossi is not a nice deliverer of the sauce.
No, that is...
Whoa! Gold member kick. How the hell? How in the hell does Rossi get her body up like that? Might be academic.
McKenna showing that strength. I mean, really kind of kicked out pretty easy there. Thought she was in all kinds of trouble, and obviously Valentina did as well, showing her frustration, screaming at the ref.
It was interesting to see the interview thrown in by Valentina Rossi talking about how her Nona was superstitious, so she's prepared to deal with witches, and I think doesn't really understand what Kaia's about, but you can see our official Olivia Lyon concerned about Kaia.
Hey, she's a good witch, Trevin. Remind me to never bump into any bad witches.
Amen. And you can see right now Kaia showing signs of life, a hair away from what looked like could have been a submission, and instead now fighting out. Of course, Kaia McKenna, one of the first women to make the PWI 500. Very talented young lady.
Hey, how cool is that? PWI 500. Everybody likes to say how it doesn't mean anything. Those people saying it are the ones not in it, by the way.
Usually the case. Head taken off. A Valentina who just keeps charging into a on fire. Kaia McKenna, what a boot!
Valentina Rossi is completely discombobulated, has no idea where she's at, and seems ripe for the picking right now. And is McKenna ready to finish her off?
Saito suplex folds up. The saucy Rossi leg is hooked, but still signs of life.
But did you see that split-second delay of posing to the hard can instead of covering your opponent and getting the 3 count? So important.
I think it's the challenge of our sport, Ron. I think so many people like the flash, the glitz, and glamour, and you want to get that one like nanny boo-boo in, if you will. I'm sure there's a more professional way to say that, but Rossi tries to escape, maybe even rake the eyes. I couldn't quite see. Official didn't either. One of the challenges of the long hair, and my friend lost in the sauce. Well done.
Here is your winner, the mafiosa, Valentina Rossi.
Ron, I'm going to tell you right now, that fisherman spinning neck breaker, the lost in the sauce, I have watched defeat woman after woman throughout our sport. Still not sure, camera didn't quite catch whether or not there was a rake of the eyes, but whether there was or wasn't, the answer was what you just saw here, as Kaia is indeed saying her eyes may have been raked, but you and I know, Ron, the record books. Oh, Kaia's not happy.
Oh, very frustrated, but nothing to hang her head about. As an unbelievable performance. I'm sure it's not the last that we're going to see at Kaia McKenna, but what a win by Valentina Rossi.
The lovely, conniving Valentina Rossi getting the win tonight, and we both know the record books will say it, but you also said it right. Kaia McKenna, great showing here at